So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 credit cards that you can get pre-approved for. This is for all my people out there who get denied for credit cards because they have too many hard inquiries. So if you want the best odds of getting approved for your next credit card, stay tuned. What's up, winners? My name is Nam. If you're new here, welcome. Here we talk all things personal finance and credit. Start now by subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. For every single credit card that I will be showing with you, I will share with you what credit bureau do they actually do a soft pull from. If you get denied from one credit card that pulls from Experian, then I would not recommend going to apply for another card that looks like Experian. So first off, let me talk about what are pre-approval offers. Pre-approval offers are something where you sign up for and you plug in some of your basic information such as your name, your address, how much you make, and your last four. Once you have done this, they will usually do a brief check on your credit, which includes your public records, to predict your likelihood of getting approved. Whenever you do a pre-qualification, there is a soft inquiry that will show on your credit report. You can do soft inquiries on your credit report all day long, and this will have no effect on your score. In addition to that, if you do get pre-approved for one of these credit cards, they may even tell you how much you get approved for and what is your interest rate. Again, soft inquiries does nothing to your credit score. But if you do decide to proceed with any of the credit cards listed, it will result in a hard inquiry, so just be aware of that. Another thing to make note of is that pre-approvals does have a strong likelihood of you getting approved, but this is not 100% guarantee that you will get approved. Just because since whenever they do a hard inquiry on your credit report, there may be other things that they may see on your credit, so there is a possibility of getting denied. But in most cases, I really don't see it that often, but it's something worth keeping in the back of your mind. Before I start, I'm not being sponsored by any of these credit cards, and all the links to the cards mentioned will be in the description below. So enough of me talking, let's get right into the cards. The first credit card that we'll be talking about will be the Advent credit card. With this credit card, they will take a closer look at your TransUnion or Experian credit score. So based off my research, it's between one of those two that they will look at. So if your credit score for one of these is less than great, then your chances may not be so hot. But again, just do the pre-screen anyways. If you do get approved, then most likely you will get a new line of credit. The thing about this company is that it's targeted towards individuals who are trying to build or have poor credit. On their website, you can get a credit line anywhere between $300 to $1,000. But the thing is that they also have an annual fee of $29 to $59 depending on your credit worthiness. Aside from that, if you were to get this card, there's no other hidden fees, no deposit required, and it is an unsecured revolving line of credit. So for all my people out there who are looking to build credit or have poor credit, this could be a good option. But aside from that, this credit card does not have any rewards or cashback. It's just a card to get some form of credit to help increase your score. Now let's keep it moving with our next credit line, which is a Dell Preferred account. This one is a little bit different than the credit card since you cannot use it wherever you want and you'll just be able to finance things that you buy from Dell. I'm not sure if you guys been to Dell.com recently, but it sells a lot of different things on there. I used to think that they only sell Dell computers, but they sell all different type of things like TVs, headsets, speakers from all different type of brands, and all different types of electronics. So going back to the Dell Preferred account, this account will pull from Experian. At the making of this video, they have a bunch of different promos that is currently going on. Like if you were to finance an item that costs more than $299, you would not have to pay any interest if you were to pay it in full within 6 months. But aside from that, it is only useful to have this credit line if you decide to shop from Dell every once in a while. Because if there's an extended period of time of inactivity, then your account may be closed. So now let's move on to the rewards. This preferred account will give you 6% back in rewards if you decide to finance. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I also believe that if you sign up for Dell Rewards, you just get 6% back anyways. Now let's keep it moving with credit line number 3, which is US Alliance Financial Credit Union. With this credit union, you can get pre-approved for a loan or a credit card. First, let's talk about the credit cards. They have 3 separate credit cards: the Visa Signature, the Visa Classic, and the Visa Secured. All the credit cards do not have annual fees, which is great for individuals looking to establish long lines of credit. So based on their website, if you were to pre-qualify, the best one you should get is the Visa Signature. Mainly because you get 3 points for every dollar that you spend. I really cannot find how much each point will be worth, so maybe 1 cent or possibly less. So if you guys hold this credit card, just let me know in the comments below. The other 2 cards, which is the Visa Classic and the Visa Secure, they do not offer any other benefits besides the credit line. As for their loans, there are different types of financial products ranging from personal loans, credit bureau loans, and savings secure loans. So if you are an individual who's lacking an installment loan in your credit mix, this may be a good opportunity to get one of those type of loans. The majority of individuals who have credit scores over 800, they have had some sort of installment loan before. In most cases, this is either an auto loan or a mortgage. Secure loans will work exactly the same way. All that matters is having a long enough payment history and paying on time. Now let's keep it moving with our 4th company, which is American Express. So this company does not need any introduction since most of you guys probably are aware of what American Express is. Amex also uses Experian to check your credit worthiness. I had to do a little bit of digging to find out where the pre-screen link actually is. But if you were just to Google American Express pre-qualify, you should be able to find the link. Even though I have a relatively high credit score, when I went through the pre-approval for Amex, I only got pre-approved for the Blue Cash Preferred, Blue Cash Everyday card, and I think it was a Cash Magnet card. But aside from that, I didn't get pre-approved for any of the major cards like the Platinum or the Gold. But again, I recently did open up a credit card last month, so I can fully understand why. So instead of me going through all the credit cards, you can always check on their website to see what they have. They have personal and business cards that you can qualify for. So now let's move on to our fifth company, which is Mercer Bank. This company is based out of Utah, and this is one of the lesser known banks that you may have heard of. While I was doing my research, this was the first time I ever came across this company actually. This one is kind of similar to Ally Bank, which this one too is an online bank. They offer credit cards, loans, and CDs. So for the credit bureau that they look at is Experian. So for some odd reason, a lot of these companies, they look at your Experian credit score. As a side note, even though they only pull from one credit bureau, this company reports to all three credit bureaus. So first off, let's take a look at the credit cards. They have 2 secure credit cards and 1 unsecured credit card. As for the unsecured line of credit, the company states that the initial range can be anywhere from $550 up to $1,200. Then eventually you can get your credit line bumped up to $1,100 all the way up to $2,400. Now let's keep it moving with the secure Visa credit cards. You can deposit anywhere between $200 to $3,000. One of the secure cards can double your security deposit, and the other one would just be a regular secure credit card. Aside from that, none of these cards have any additional reward systems. Now let's keep it moving with our next company, which is BBVA. This is one of the smaller banks that you might have heard of. They're based out of Alabama, but they have branches in Arizona, California, Florida, Texas, and a few other states as well. So with this company, whenever they do a soft inquiry, they will take a look at your Experian credit score. This bank, they offer 4 different types of credit cards. They have the rewards card, clear points card, select credit card, and also the optimizer credit card. So instead of going into the details of every single card, I'll just give you a brief overview. The majority of these credit cards do offer some sort of cashback or point system. The only one that doesn't is the optimizer credit card. The optimizer credit card is somewhat like a secure card, but it's secured by your savings. Out of all of the cards, only one has an annual fee, which is the select credit card. This is $99, but it is waived for the first year. This one is kind of like their high-end travel credit card. The other two, which is the rewards card and a clear points card, have a fairly simple reward system and is worth keeping for a long term since it has no annual fee. Now let's keep it moving with company number 7. CreditOne Bank. With CreditOne, they will take a look at your Experian credit score. This company will offer different type of credit cards and you can pre-qualify for each one of them. All of the credit cards that they do have available are unsecured revolving lines of credit. But there's a catch. Depending on what you pre-qualify for, you may be required to pay an annual fee ranging anywhere from $0 all the way up to $99. I imagine if you're an individual with less than good credit, you would have to pay some sort of annual fee. In addition to that, depending on what your credit worthiness is, you can qualify for one of their cashback reward programs. This is something that I really did not like, just because since you would have to pre-qualify for the rewards too. This is something that should be included with each one of these cards anyways. So you won't know what kind of cashback rewards you will get until you get the card. Now let's move on to the grace period. Traditionally, when you apply for credit cards, you will have a grace period between when you make purchases and when you pay off your balance. In between this time, you will not be charged any interest. Unfortunately, with CreditOne, you won't know your grace period until you go ahead and apply with a hard inquiry. Honestly, with this company, this is kind of like a last resort type of thing because there are much better options in this video. Now let's keep it moving with our next company, which is Chase Bank. This company does not need any introduction because I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what Chase Bank is and what kind of credit cards that they do have to offer. But for the majority of people out there, they tend to forget that they also have pre-approval offers. So with Chase Bank, they take a closer look at your Experian and Equifax credit scores. Trying to find their pre-approval website is rather difficult. But either way, they have like 20 something credit cards, so just make sure you guys use the link below so you guys get pre-qualified so you guys can know your odds. So now let's keep it moving with company number 9, which is BB&T. With this company, they will take a look at your Equifax credit score. They offer quite a bit of different type of credit cards. They have a total of 10 from what I counted on the website, and 3 of those are secure credit cards. Depending on what secure card that you do look at, some of them have cash back, rewards, and some of them will give you a lower APR. Honestly, any type of card that has a low APR is worthless because the majority of the time, this does not give you any cash back or points. But either way, the majority of the cards are pretty great since they have different types of cards for different types of situations. They have one specifically for individuals who like to travel, want cash back, or they just want to have a 0 APR on purchases and balance transfers. And the best part is that the majority of these does not have any annual fees. Now let's wrap things up with company number 10, which is a Kohl's store credit card. If you were to apply for a Kohl's credit card, you'll take a look at your TransUnion credit score. I rarely ever recommend store cards just due to the fact that they are pretty limiting because you only can use these cards if you shop at any one of these stores. But either way, if you do get approved for this card, you get an extra 35% off your first purchase, extra savings throughout the year, and in addition, you get Kohl's Cash. When it's all said and done, each one of these companies will have their own pros and cons. You should always use a pre-screen offer first so you can know your odds of getting an actual approval. When you are ready to bite the bullet, go ahead and apply for a card with a hard inquiry. If you guys haven't already, make sure you give this video a like because it really helps support the channel. I'll see you guys in my next videos.